Jumping the shark is a term used to describe the moment when a TV show, movie franchise, or series passes its creative peak and starts declining in quality, often because it relies on gimmicks, shock value, or increasingly absurd plot twists to stay relevant. Instead of evolving naturally, the series does something exaggerated or out of character that signals it's running out of ideas. Jumping the shark is a time-honored tradition in successful horror franchises. None that have gone past a couple films have really avoided it, and there's 3 ways franchises usually jump the shark. 1. We're just trying to have fun and not take this too seriously anymore. 2. The box office and executives keeps making us make more movies. And 3. Just plain bad writing. Today I'm going to look at the Big 4 as they're called: Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Texas Chainsaw. And I'm also throwing Scream because with the new one out, it looks like they're determined to do the biggest jump the shark in decades, after already doing ghost shit in the past few films. Also, obviously, spoilers ahead for all these movies. Halloween is actually impressive for how long they went without really jumping the shark. Some people would consider it all of Halloween 3 as jumping the shark, but with its Elseworld concept, I don't think it counts. For me, it's tough to choose between 2 moments, both of which take place in Halloween 5. The first moment is the beginning of Halloween 5. It revealed Michael survived everything at the end of the 4, including multiple shotgun wounds, dynamite, and then is nursed back to health by a random hobo. I would say this falls under the "we keep making money, so we have to keep making movies" category. The second option, and the most undisputable one to me, is at the end of 5, when a mysterious man in black breaks Michael out of jail, which I would just put into the straight bad writing category. Even if there was any doubt about it being bad writing and planning, 6 came out and confirmed they had no clue what they were doing anymore. Once Halloween jumped the shark, it lost so much of its way and quality in a way that it never really recovered from.
Left a new masterpiece in fantasy terror. Nightmare on Elm Street.
In my opinion, Nightmare on Elm Street is a franchise and concept that needs and thrives on rules to be good. You can't have a villain like Freddy and have him just have the power and ability to do whatever he wants outside of the dream world, because it wouldn't work at all and it'd make for very boring films. I think some people will say the second that blow-up doll got pulled through the window at the end of the first film was jumping the shark, but I feel in the world of Nightmare on Elm Street established so far that it works. To me, it's in that second one where Freddy just shows up at it in the real world pool party. It's just a creative decision that totally breaks the rules and concepts of the franchise for not even a good reason or payoff. The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is very odd, where the second film feels the least connected and doesn't really follow any of the rules of the other films. Rather in other franchises where they just kinda abandon logic by the 5th or 6th entry. It's also interesting that after this happened, the franchise actually hit its stride and gave us the best sequel of any of these with Dream Warriors. Basically after 2 they realized they jumped the shark a bit and they brought back Wes Craven in a writing role and Nancy as a character, and then they peaked.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from New Line Cinema.
Texas Chainsaw is basically a movie so great that Tobe Hooper didn't want to try and match it and instead switched the genre from horror to black comedy between the first and second film. So it kind of set itself up as a franchise bound to go nuts and just jump that shark 10 times over. Like, the poster for the second one was even a Breakfast Club parody. So it makes it very hard to pick the exact moment, but there's no short of options. I think it actually has the most meme ones too, with the Netflix version where people tell Leatherface he's gonna get cancelled, or the infamous "do your thing cuz" scene.
Do your thing cuz.
And nothing is as egregious as the Illuminati stuff with Matthew McConaughey. I guess the earliest instant is in the beginning of 2, where Leatherface and Chop Top do a drive-by chainsawing on the highway, but unlike others, it's still good and fun. The franchise really didn't critically fall off until 1995 with The Next Generation. After that, depending on how you feel about the Platinum Dooms remake, it was kinda all downhill. But like the other big 4 slashers, I think it's a franchise that should never be counted out, and it can always return to its former glory.
Friday the 13th.
This is another franchise where pinpointing exactly where it jumped the shark is very tough, and there's no shortage of candidates for it. The creators themselves thought even using Jason was jumping the shark, but man, were they wrong. This is a franchise where Jason goes to space, fights a generic non-copyright infringing Carrie, and throughout the entire franchise, Jason kinda just gets new powers whenever the writers get lazy. And because it's so ridiculous, picking exactly where it just like left the logic of the universe it created is very, very tough. In my opinion, we got there before most people's choice of Jason X, and it's in a just plain bad writing way. I'm going with Jason Goes to Hell, the whole movie. They jumped the shark behind the camera and in front of it. Jason jumping from body to body and even talking is not only one of the worst ideas ever conceived, but it's one of the worst in execution as well. It's a film that's the epitome of ego, jealousy, and untalented nepo hires behind the scenes. When you learn the directive was, let's get rid of the hockey mask, I hate it, it's one of the rare jump the sharks that has levels to how bad it is. It's creative decisions not made for the fans of the franchise who made it a success. It's decisions made just because one person wanted more credit. And when you abandon your fan base, there's no bigger jumping the shark moment than that.
Not scared, are you?
Scream.
Scream, I think, is the easiest to pinpoint where exactly they jumped the shark. Even though they've gone even further in the latest films with ghosts and the strongest plot armor in decades, for me, it's Scream 3, when out of nowhere, Roman, the ghost face in the film, is revealed not only to be Sidney's long-lost secret brother, but also behind the actions of Billy in the first film. I hate when characters are introduced like this, because not only does it just leave reality and logic completely behind, it cheapens and lessens the masterpiece of Scream 1 in the original Ghostface, by attaching this lesser character to it. Scream 3, in my opinion, is the weakest of the franchise, and this jumping the shark is a big reason why. And honestly, it just feels like a result of bad writing. And it looks like the rumors are true for the new one, and the trailer really points to it, that they're gonna jump the shark more than anyone in decades, with Stu being alive or having a secret child to be the killer. I've said it before, I think the Scream franchise at this point is bulletproof. Like, no matter what they put out, it's gonna be a success. But seeing the franchise that made such a big impact because of good writing jump the shark this many times over is a little bit disappointing. So let me know when you think all these franchises jump the shark below. And also let me know which franchise you want me to explore in the next video. Thank you all so much. Good night.